What is going on, nerds and nerdettes? It's your boy Stevie B with this week's haul video. Wasn't going to do one. I was going to combine this week's and next week's, but I decided to go ahead and just do one for this week. It's just going to be a little late. So I'm filming this. It's Thursday. I usually do these on Mondays, but I'll have another one for Monday. But I thought I'd go ahead and get it while I'm in here filming. Just filmed 2 action figure unboxing videos. You'd think I'd get my camera straight before I start recording, but no, can't do that. I'd be prepared then. Damn it, I don't go into these things prepared. There's no scripts on this channel. No scripts. We just wing it. But anyway, thought I would go ahead and just share the quick little haul video. Probably one of my smallest ones. But man, yeah, that's it for Stevie B. That is a minuscule little haul video, but I thought I'd get it out of there anyway. Man, we got to talk about, so James Gunn finally drops his chapter 1 of his first phase of DCU. Thank God they dropped the EU. Anybody even know what the E in the EU stood for? I don't know. It was an unnecessary vowel. So DCU, that's what I've been calling it anyway. But anyway, drop some stuff for the DCU, his plans, and of course, those the books on eBay are blowing up, and of course, and the FOMO warriors are already out on Instagram making fun of people for buying the books and stuff like that. And I'm like, is that really necessary? Just buy what you like and let everybody spend their money however they want to spend it. I kind of got into it with some guy on Instagram. He was, talking about the stupid people that out there buying these stupid books and because of FOMO and all this. And I'm like, my problem with it is, here's my problem with it is when you go on social media and you start ridiculing. Because basically, let's face it, it's more than likely it's newcomers to the hobby that are going out there going, oh, I got to find the first appearance it's going to be in a movie. And, veteran collectors, they know better. And so rather than take the opportunity to educate and help nurture new members to the community, they choose to ridicule them, and make them feel stupid for what they buy, and then use the excuse of, well, we're just shedding a light on FOMO and exposing it to educate the new collectors to not buy. Education is not, you don't educate someone by making fun of them and ridiculing them. You educating them by being there to answer questions, give advice and stuff like that. But when new collectors come into this hobby and they pick up a book and they're proud of it and they show it on their Instagram, oh look, I got the first appearance of Damian Wayne because he's going to be in the movie, and everybody goes on there, oh, FOMO's real, you're an idiot, oh, you just fall for it, it'll be back in the dollar bin in a month, and blah, 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 and ridicule them. It kind of chases them away from the hobby, and this hobby should be inclusive, and us, the veteran collectors should be welcoming the new collectors in and being mentors for them, not there to ridicule them and poke fun of them and stuff like that, because nobody likes that. Nobody likes that. I'm going to buy what I want to buy, and if you think it's a FOMO book, or whether you don't think it's a FOMO book, I don't give a damn what you think. I'm going to buy what I like, and if you're a new collector and you're watching my video, do not listen to the FOMO warriors, the ones that think they're better than you and smarter than you, because They know which books are a bad investment and which ones aren't. They don't know as much as they think they do. So buy what you like. If you have the money to, and you can afford to spend the price for a marked up book, a book that's marked up a little bit, and you really want it that bad, go for it. I mean, but my advice to new collectors would be to resist if you really don't need it. You know, check previous sales on a book before movie announcements or before TV announcements. See what it was selling for before, because odds are it's probably going to come back down to that once the hype wears off. And these movies are 2 years out. People are going to lose interest, are going to forget about them, and the prices are going to come down on it. So I always just say, have a little patience. You know, I can be the world's worst. I don't have patience sometimes, and I have bought books that are marked up, you know, but it's a book that I wanted, and I wanted it now, and I was willing to pay for it, but it's me, and that's my prerogative, and it's your prerogative as well. So don't let the gatekeepers chase you out of the hobby because they want to climb on their high horse and look down their nose at you and try to portray you as being an idiot or stupid. Just collect what you like, enjoy it, and have fun with the hobby. Don't overextend yourself, and, you know, don't spend your rent money on books, because my biggest thing I always tell new collectors is you're not going to get rich buying and selling comic books. It's not a stable business plan. Some people can get away with it, but most of those people that make a living doing this are buying much bigger books and selling much bigger books. But it's like when you played high school football, your odds of getting into the NFL are microscopic. Your odds of being getting rich off of comic books, microscopic. So enjoy them, collect them because you enjoy them. If you love the book, buy the book, and people that try to look down their nose at you for buying it can kiss your ass. And that's all I'm gonna say. I know, rant over. We've been into that before, but it just aggravates me because, especially since James Gunn released his plans for the next 2-3 years, and it just unleashed the FOMO warriors, and it was just one constant meme and screen grab of eBay posts of books that are going up in price because of it, and talking about how people are morons for going out and buying these books and stuff. And it's annoying. It doesn't help anyone. People that are buying those books aren't hurting anyone, and nobody asked for your opinion. Simple as that. If the new people wanted your opinion, they'd ask you for it. They didn't ask you. So live and let live. Let people buy what they want and get off their ass about it. You know? Simple as that. But anyway, as far as James Gunn movies announcements are concerned, the only one that I'm hyped about and I'm excited about was probably The Brave and the Bold. And because I'm glad that they're bringing Robin back. I hope they do it right this time, because, you know, we all know what happened last time. You can't cast a 35-year-old man to play Robin and expect it to go over really well. So hopefully they get it right. They get Robin age appropriate for the comics, as far as being true to the comics. And they get it right this time. So I'm excited for that. Disappointed. My disappointments were the Green Lantern announcements. I was excited for the Green Lantern Corps, which was what was supposed to originally happen. And they scrapped it, which was, God, it was going to be epic. That would have been so good. And then they scrapped it in exchange for some kind of Hal Jordan, Jon Stewart buddy cop type show where they're like detectives or something, and all that. And I'm just like, oh, God, why would you do that? So I'm disappointed about that. So everybody that spec'd on John Diggle, me, doesn't look like that's going to happen either. So first appearance of John Diggle just went, but I'm still going to hold on to it. It's still a cool book. Anyway, and the Paradise Lost, is that what it's called? The Wonder Woman series that doesn't have Wonder Woman in it. Not that excited for it. I will say though, if it isn't going to have Wonder Woman in it, it's going to have the Wonder Woman supporting casts in there. So if you're a speculator and you want to spec on some books, be a good time to go get, first appearance of Athena. I can't, my mind blanks, but you know what I'm talking about. Some of the other Amazons that are major supporting cast members in Wonder Woman books. That'd be a good time to pick those up, because I imagine they'll do those. People are speculating on Yara Flor in there, but Yara Flor came after Wonder Woman, and this takes place pre-Wonder Woman. So they would have to really screw up continuity if they're going to introduce her. But yeah, described as a oh God, Game of Thrones type movie, which I never watched Game of Thrones, so I'm not a fan of that anyway. But yeah, Game of Thrones Wonder Woman series without Wonder Woman in it. Not that excited. Kind of curious to see what they do with. I'm blanking. See, when you don't rehearse and you just go live, and this is what happens. But the Wildstorm characters, whatever. Kind of curious to see what he does with those. It's kind of neat that they bring out some more obscure characters in there. But the Batman, one thing I know, Batman Brave and the Bold, he mentioned delving into the Batman family more. So now would be a good time to start thinking about some of those other supporting cast members, which I'll talk about in a minute. And also, let's see, Aquaman, I ain't that excited for Aquaman. The Flash movie, I'm excited about what the movie represents. I'm not excited about Ezra Miller, and it seems like they're already setting the groundwork for the excuses as to why they let him come back. When you already made up your mind you're going to do something that's going to be unpopular, you start to lay the groundwork for the announcement ahead of time, so that people kind of see it coming. But you know what I mean. Well, that's what they're doing, is they're going, we're holding off. We're holding off announcements on the future of Flash until Ezra's all his legal shit's done and he gets out of rehab, which basically means that they want him to complete his rehab so they can hurry up and use him again. So expect to see Ezra Miller staying on as the Flash. Disappointed and disgusted in that. That type of his type of behavior. People have been blackballed from Hollywood for way less worse behavior than that. That didn't make any sense. You know what I'm trying to say. Will Smith, his whole career is in the shitter because he slapped Chris Rock, which was a shitty thing to do, don't get me wrong, but I'm a huge fan of Will Smith. I'm a huge fan of Chris Rock. I think they should just get together, get in the octagon, smack each other around, shake hands, get over it, But his whole career is in the shitter, and one slap pales in comparison to the shit that Ezra Miller did. So I don't support Ezra Miller. I don't like him. I didn't, before any of this drama went down with Ezra Miller, I didn't like him as the Flash anyway. I thought it was a poor casting choice to play the Flash. Never liked it. And before anybody gets in the comments and starts talking about his non-binary whatever thing he identifies as, I knew nothing about any of that before I made up my mind I didn't like him. So had nothing to do with any of that. I don't care if you're a good actor. I don't give a damn what you do in your personal life. Ain't none of my business, as I've said. But anyway, let's see what else there was there. Shazam 2. It kind of doesn't mean much now because they've already said, okay, we're gonna do it, but it doesn't mean it ain't gonna be part of the DCU. So it's kind of just a tying up of a loose end. I think The Rock has made it clear he's not coming back for Black Adam, so it's kind of pointless. So really nothing. Really just Waller. I don't know if Waller is going to replace Peacemaker, and there's not going to be a season 2, or if they're going to have Waller and Peacemaker. I think you could probably do the same show with either title. I mean, you could have Waller and have it about Peacemaker and the Suicide Squad and all that, or you can continue on with Peacemaker, however you want. I was kind of on the Peacemaker thing when it first came out, but then I kind of watched it again with a little more open mind and knowing what to expect, and I kind of enjoyed it the second time around. So I've been known to backpedal a time or two. I had to backpedal on that one. It wasn't as bad as I originally had talked about. I think it was just that opening dance routine that just put me in the mindset immediately, oh God, this is going to suck. Anyway, we came to look at all video, and I've gone on for 17 minutes on rants about Peter Gunn and gatekeepers. So let's just go into the books real quick here. First up, Sins of the Sinister #1. Not going to lie. Yeah, I guess this is supposed to be finally Mr. Sinister is finally going to, get some clarification on, what he's about, kind of, his story. So that's kind of cool, so they make that little book there might spike a little bit for that. But anyway, more than anything, it was a cover by, because, damn, that's hot. Little Emma Frost, Art Germ, right? I'm pretty, Art Germ. But yeah, Art Germ's kind of hit and miss for me sometimes. He knocked this one out of the park. Some of his covers I like, some of them they're all right, but definitely that one, he knocked that out of the park. This one, I honestly just cannot wait to read this. I'm not going to read it today because, as you can tell by my eyes being all droopy and my voice cracking, I'm sleepy, haven't been to bed, work graveyard shift, so I'm trying to squeeze in these things, and right now it's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so I got 5 hours of sleep to get before I got to get up for work. But anyway, this one is Gangster Ass Barista #1, and just reading the description of this, about her dealing with shitty customers, and I had one last night. Okay, little rant alert going on again. For those of you that don't know, don't follow my channel very much. I work graveyard shift at a gas station, at a Come and Go, as a matter of fact, and yes, it's really called that. But but sometimes you get people in there and you just shake your head and you think, why? But our policy at the store is we don't cash lotto or scratch off tickets in after 10 o'clock. The reason being is we drop registers down to next to nothing, and we run on a bare minimum operating cash drawer to start with. So I can't afford to start paying out scratch-off tickets. So that being said, some guy came in last night to cash in his $20 scratch-off ticket, and it was like 12:30 at night, morning, whatever. And when I told him we don't cash them in after 10, he went off. When the fuck did you start doing that? And I said, since we started selling lottery. And he says, well, that's a bunch of bullshit. He says, that's a bunch of bullshit. And he goes, it's just $20. And I said, it doesn't matter. And he said, then he started cussing me. F you, kiss my ass. And so I said, oh, fuck off, Karen. And that pissed him off even more. He starts flipping me off out the door and peeling his tires out there. Look, guys, I'm begging you, if you are one of those people that goes into a store and feels that you're justified to rip the cashier a new ass because they are following company policies that they have no control over, you're an asshole, and quit doing that. I'm telling you right now, you really think the guy behind the cash register is the one making the rules at the stores? No, they're not. Just say, okay, no problem, and move on. How hard is it? There's another store 1 block down the road that has slot machines in it, and they keep all kinds of money there. So if you want to cash it that bad and you can't wait till morning, run a block up the road and cash it. It's not a big deal. But if you come in and you start cussing me, this customer is always right thing that you guys keep wanting to throw up in our face. No, you're not always right. You are not always right. As a matter of fact, 99.9% of the time, you're dead wrong. And if you come in and you think you can treat another human being that way because you have this overinflated sense of entitlement, then you're an asshole. So stop doing that. Anyway, this book, shit, I'm in a bad mood. I know everybody says I'm crabby, I'm cranky. Today's one of those days, you're right, I'm crabby. I had a shitty night. Anyway, but this book, this chick here deals with those types of people, and I think I would enjoy that. I think it would be a great read. But anyway, next up, I had to do it, and here's one of those FOMO books that y'all are, oh, I can't believe people are paying, but I don't care. Love it. I got another copy of this coming, but I wanted all 3. There's 4. But I am unwilling at this point to pay $175 plus for the 4th copy, which is a virgin foil. Love to have it, but again, like I've always said, you got to be willing to walk away, and I'll wait until it calms down, and then I'll go revisit it at another time. But finally, Dynamite puts out something that has sparked an interest for people. So far, they've been crapping out Vampirella and Red Sonja books to the point where you can't even shop on Midtown without scrolling through the 700 variant covers of that. They finally put out something that interests me, and that was Darkwing Duck, #1. And I had to have this Mirka and Dolfo cover. It's absolutely gorgeous. I loved Darkwing Duck as a younger adult. So when I seen this come out, I was getting it anyway. When I seen Mirka and Dolfo did a cover for it, I was going to get it. And then I got also the black and white variant as well. And the virgin variant will probably be in next week's episode haul. And then which is a version of this. And then there's a foil version, but like I said, just can't bring myself to pay $175, which is the lowest price I could find it on eBay for. So I'll let it calm down a little bit, and then, wait 5-6 months and probably pick it up for $50. But anyway, all in on that. Next up, kind of curious if anybody knows the significance in this, because I did not until I stumbled across it, and I was like, really? I was kind of taken back that that's what this book was. It's Terminator: The Burning Earth, #1 of 5 from Now Comics. And this is the first cover art by Alex Ross. And it's a very, very inexpensive book, like $5 or under, which to me is it's a steal to get Alex Ross's first cover for that cheap. And it's beautiful. Beautiful cover. But I thought, man, what a steal for $5. You can't beat that. So I'm not influencing anyone. I'm suggesting if you would like to know which one is Alex Ross's first cover, this is it. Terminator: The Burning Earth, #1. And it is definitely a historic book, I think, for $5 or less to get that. Alex Ross's first cover, because he's going to go down as comic book royalty eventually, and his first cover, that's a great one to put in your PC and let grow. I'm telling you, let that one marinate for a while. And last but not least, I have drugged this video out to 30 minutes. Speaking of Batman Brave and the Bold and talking about the Batman family, everybody's going after them Damian Wayne books. First appearance Damian Wayne, and they're shooting up. I've already got them. I've had them for quite a long time. But don't forget about the other Bat family members, mainly Red Hood, Jason Todd. So this is Detective Comics number 525. Arguably, there's some debate on which the first full appearance of Jason Todd is. My boy Ryan got me the one that CGC recognizes as the first full appearance of Jason Todd, but people in the community argue to say that it's a cameo. He's not really shown, and it's also supposed to be the first full appearance of Killer Croc, which is another one that they argue that no, it really isn't. But this is also cited, if you go in your CLZ app, if you have that, this is cited as the first full appearance of Jason Todd and the first full cover appearance of Killer Croc. So I'm going to get them all because I like Jason Todd. But maybe not in this round of Batman movies, but somewhere in the future. Because let's face it, the Batman movies have been just rotating the same characters over and over. You get the Joker, Penguin, Riddler, Catwoman, repeat, and everything. And so James Gunn seems to be the type of person that's like, well, let's not cookie cutter this. Let's do something different. And the Red Hood would make a really good villain. Really good villain. Just saying. Killer Croc make a good villain. Watch out for, I think I got him up here. I can't remember which book. Oh, there it is. This one right here. Yeah, there you go. First appearance of the ventriloquists. Another one that's never been done. Mad Hatter. There's a lot of characters that have not seen any screen time or gotten any love. So now's the time to go fishing for those. See, while everybody's focused on this spot over here, you know, all the big keys for the new movies and stuff, now's the time to pick up the keys that nobody's paying attention to anymore. And I've got some more coming, some ones that have dropped in value over time, but have a potential of picking back up. But we'll go address that in next week's episode. Anyway, my voice is cracking. I'm thirsty. I'm tired. So that's going to do it. I apologize for the long rant. Sometimes I get on a roll and Stevie B goes to sleep and Steve Brown comes out. And Steve Brown says what's on his mind a lot. So anyway, I'm going to get out of here. Going to go get some sleep. But y'all, before you go, please make sure you do those YouTube things we love for you to do. Like, subscribe, comment, share. Call me an asshole in the comment section. Do all that stuff before you go. But that's going to do it for this one. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.